And we live.
What's good, people? Another episode of MDH TV coming back at you. A lot of news we gotta catch you guys up on. You feel
Gang,
me?
gang, gang.
If this is one of the, well, it's not going to be too political, but we're gonna talk about some politics stuff and just some stuff going on in the political realm and the election. But it's gonna be a good pod. Nevertheless,
Yes, sir.
how we come always. I see you got the tat. You want to tell them about that?
Yeah, so you feel me? We got the aunt tattooed. Um, it basically represents eternal life. Feel me? Because I feel like our spirit lives on forever. Feel me? Energy can't be destroyed.
That's facts. That's
Yeah,
facts. I was watching one of Young Pharaoh's lectures, or not his one of his lectures, and he was like the your eighth chakra, the something records. I don't know how to pronounce that shit, so I'm not about to try. But it like it records all of the past lives your soul has lived in different bodies and shit. And I was like, I'm trying to unlock that and talk to my old selves because I know I'm an alien. One of my Instagrams is Alien Chosen One. So I'm not from this planet because y'all are too crazy on this planet. I'm just now realizing it. So I'm ready to talk. I kept saying I was ready for my next reincarnation, but I feel like y'all need me here to help a lot of y'all because y'all is just lost. So I'm ready to just talk to my old selves from different planets.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
but
I was gonna ask you, how many Instagrams do you have?
I got I made one when I was still doing YouTube, but I just use that as like my spam. But I don't even post on there. I just post when we upload a pod. I had one when I was like in this picture phase and taking pictures, the TAIV lens, which I might go back to that. I just haven't really been in the mood to take pictures lately. But um, then I got my skating one, MDH TV or TAIV, and then modern day hippies, um, and then my regular one,
Sorry, 5, 6.
five, I think, or not including modern day hippies, four.
Mm.
Yeah. How
Which is
many you
good.
got?
I got 2.
Two.
Well, no, I got 3, including modern day hippies.
Yeah.
Which is a good segue into the LA lockdowns. How do you feel about that?
How was that a good segue? But the LA lockdowns, I think all that shit is crazy. Like for those of y'all who don't know, you feel me? Basically, we're going on lockdown again. About to be way worse than the first time
Mm-hmm.
because motherfucking Gavin Newsom, he's the governor of LA or of California, but the mayor of LA said this. He was like, "You got to stay in your house. You can't. There's no travel whatsoever by car, by foot,
Mm-hmm.
by bike." So he said, "Y'all literally can't go outside,"
Yeah.
which
And
is crazy.
what's crazy is my sister lives out there, right? And
Yeah,
so she was going through it, and it's like, I don't know, it's like she wasn't very like mad about it. It was like she was kind of laughing it off. And it's like, I guess people aren't mad at, their rights being snatched away from them. Like they're literally
that's why.
they're telling you can't
Yeah,
go outside.
yeah,
Like you
that's
can't like
crazy. Like,
listen to that again. You can't go outside of your house.
yeah, I don't think people realize it. Like, they think it's a joke.
Exactly.
But it's like the way I view COVID is how people are viewing the government's response to COVID. Like, I think COVID is a joke, and these people think the government taking our rights away is a joke.
Hmm.
And it's like, if y'all don't care when the little stuff starts to happen, then once the big stuff starts to happen, they already got the excuse because you already started letting them do it.
Mhm.
I always tell people, as soon as something gets passed in the Supreme Court, it creates a precedent. They're just gonna be referring back to that over and over to create new laws and shit. So
Facts.
I know I know a couple of things have been to the Supreme Court and they've been struck down, but it's been a close vote every time. I think I know one for sure is motherfucking corrupt ass Governor Cuomo of New York. He look, and just as we talking, oh my bad, but just as we talking, my Twitter just popped up. Massive looting in Chicago.
For what?
Heavy police presence. I don't know. I, don't even know what's going on at this
Me,
part.
bro.
But
At this
it's a
point,
public racism's a public health issue in Illinois. Though.
bro, it's like at this point, it's so much like destruction happening by just for no reason that it's like it's
It's
almost
normal.
can't even keep exactly. You can't keep count of it. Like they had the
Exactly.
when the Dodgers won, they was outside destroying LA, doing what they do, and it was just like nobody like this isn't important to nobody no more that they're burning down stuff. This and then
People
like you
are
said,
just
people.
looking for a reason.
But like you said, when they had those
Go
riots and
ahead.
stuff, it kind of made it like okay to go out and do those things. So now that they're doing it at such a frequent pace, it's like now we just turn the shoulder to it or we overlook it like it's not serious. But those are actual people losing their jobs, losing their businesses, losing their careers that they work so hard for.
People losing their lives. You
Mhm.
feel me? Like it's like almost people don't even care. Like people are looking for a reason to riot at this point. They're not rioting for no Black Lives Matter, no justice, no none of that. They just rioting because they think it's fun at this point, and they know that nobody gonna do nothing to them.
Exactly.
Like y'all just sitting there letting them do it. Like the only riots that I agree with right now is the ones that's going on in Paris because of that bullshit ass law that was just passed that said they can't record the police. Now I understand that, if you want to riot because the government is taking your rights away, by all means. But like in Chicago, what are they rioting about? Like, because I mean, I know Trump had a rally in Georgia today, but if they're rioting about that in Chicago, I don't understand. Those are on two different sides of America. One north and I just don't get it at all at this point. I don't even got the energy to yell at these niggas no more. It's just like y'all just dumb.
I remember when those riots were happening in LA and they like two sheriffs got killed in the streets, but it was like all because of George Floyd or Breonna Taylor, whichever one. And it was like you just killed these random two sheriffs because of something that happened on
Exactly.
the other side of the map. When that like the
In
LA police,
Minnesota.
LAPD had nothing to do with what happened to George Floyd, but y'all punishing them.
Exactly.
Y'all punishing them more than y'all punish Minneapolis, but the police,
Minneapolis.
yeah, police in Minneapolis.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what people don't understand. Like, I get y'all don't like cops or whatever. You can have your reasons, but at the end of the day, most cops is just regular ass people, trying to do a job. And most of them are good people because if you still a cop in 2020 after all this bullshit, you gotta be either a big ass asshole and just looking for a reason to fuck with niggas, or you gotta be like, you actually care and like really want to help the community. And I think, you know, 95 to 99% of cops are like that. I'm not going to sit here and say there's no corrupt cops because we both know that's wrong. I'm not going to sit here and say all cops are good because we know that's wrong. I mean, I've been pulled over by cops for skating. I don't like what are y'all doing? But I'm not going to sit here and fucking wish death on none of them because at the end of the day, they people. Like what y'all don't understand is y'all, when y'all take that negative energy and put it on these police officers, y'all are keeping that negative energy in your body. Like y'all have harvested that negative energy, and it's always been there. It's not something new because this black person just died, or whatever just happened, the Dodgers just won or whatever. It's something that's always been there, and you're just looking for a reason to let it out. So really, you're just making yourself more and more an evil person, because you over here literally wishing death on other people. Like, and this just brings me back to when people was like literally cheering because Trump brother died. And it's like, what did he do to you? Like, all right, you can hate Trump, whatever. I'm like not even about to argue with nobody about that. But y'all gonna cheer because his brother died? His brother ain't do a goddamn thing to you. Just
at all.
tragic.
I mean, y'all was bashing his brother like he was Trump, like he was Donald Trump. Like it just showed.
Yeah,
Like I feel like what the Trump presidency did, well, one of the things that it did, it really showed the amount of hate that people could have for somebody who they don't even really know. Because
exactly.
nobody, I don't know Trump personally. You don't know Trump personally, but there are people who are in the matter of fact, 90% of people don't know Trump personally, but they
99.
but they still hate him to death. Like they hate him
Like,
so much.
they think he Hitler.
They hate him so much that when his brother died, they hated his brother. So it's just like that. That really showed people like,
They hate him so much that they literally hate anybody that doesn't have 100% bad things to say about him.
mm-hmm.
Not even his supporters. They'll hate you if you don't agree with their opinion that Trump is a Nazi. And it's like, bro, it's like I don't even know what to say to these people no more. Cause it's like y'all are just so far gone, you know. Y'all just got, and it really just shows, you know, the problems that they have within themselves, because all these people, as of right now, Joe Biden's the president or whatever. We know that's not true, but let's just act like it is. And all these people are still so angry, still
Mm-hmm.
so hateful. So it's like, what is it going to take for you to be happy? You said it was going to be Trump getting out of office. Well, he's on his way out, according to CNN and shit. But we know we don't trust that. But let's just play with y'all news and y'all reality and narrative right now. Y'all think Trump isn't the president no more. Why are y'all still so angry? Why are y'all still rioting? Like, who riots after the Dodgers wins?
Like that hate. Like y'all made Trump an excuse to showcase y'all hate. And y'all made it. The police was able to kill George Floyd in order to which I feel like was staged. To
Yeah,
have people go outside and destroy the nation. But it's like now that all that's happened, it's like that hate isn't just gonna go away just because Trump is going away. That hate's still gonna be there. It may take a little piece of it with him, but it's always gonna be there for whatever reason. Because I don't even know
exactly. And it's like,
for
oh,
most.
go ahead.
I said I don't even know the reason for most people.
Exactly. And it's like, the crazy part is these are the quote unquote nice people. These are the ones that supposedly love everybody and are just so accepting and so progressive and all these other things. So like, y'all claim to be all these things, so woke and all these other things, yet y'all are the most hateful people in America. You know, I don't even think racist is as hateful as y'all, to be honest. I just don't get it at this point, because like you said, it might, a little of it might go away when Trump leaves, but I don't think most of it is, because you feel me, nobody like nobody's dealing with themselves. They're over here trying to blame everything on Trump, and I think that's the problem. People need to take a step back and look at themselves and see what they got to fix for themselves. They're so, you know, fixed on trying to blame all their problems and issues and all their failures in life on Trump, when it's like, you know, Trump's gonna, whether he leaves this or on the 26th of January, or whether he leaves on the 26th of January in 2024, those y'all issues are still going to be there because y'all aren't leaving. Y'all aren't dealing with them. Y'all are just trying to, gaslight Trump and use him as a black sheep and as an excuse for why you're failing. But if you don't look at yourself and try and fix stuff within yourself, then those issues are still going to be around for the next year, the next 4 years, the next 5 years, the next 10 years, your whole life, because you're not dealing with the issue. You're just putting a reason on why you feel like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the problem with majority of Americans right now.
Yeah, and especially like in the black community, because it's like you guys put so much emphasis on, okay, the cops treat us bad, when in reality we treat ourselves way worse than any cop could ever treat us. So instead of,
Facts.
and that's why even at the beginning, like before we knew all this stuff about Black Lives Matter, I didn't necessarily agree with them because they were they were trying to point fingers and try to, exploit an issue that is only consuming the lives of a couple hundred African Americans a year. When
Exactly.
there's more people in Chicago in half a year, more black people in Chicago in half a year are getting killed than the people in than the police killing black people. So
Exactly.
like you said, we're just pointing we're not fixing the issue. All we're doing is finding a new person to blame it on.
Yeah, finding an excuse. And
Mm-hmm.
like you said, they're killing kids. They're killing babies and shit. Like,
Yeah.
it's not even, gang violence anymore. It's kids getting killed. Like in DC, I think either yesterday or the day before, like a 10-month-old baby just got shot and killed. And the killer's still on the loose. You don't hear peep from Black Lives Matter about that at all. They not talking about that at all. In Virginia, it just came out today. 3 black dudes killed this 15-year-old girl that they raped so she wouldn't go tell. You don't hear nothing about that. That's not making news at all. But they'll be so quick to put it in your face when a cop or another white person or a white person kills a black dude, even though that happens maybe 0.00001% of the time when black people are dying in America. And you guys are getting so scared of white people when it's like the real people y'all need to be afraid of is each other. And y'all need to look in, we need to look in our neighborhoods and look at ourselves and hold ourselves accountable. That's what I don't agree with about Black Lives Matter. Nobody's holding each other accountable no more. We're just always pointing the finger. And that's what I really don't like. Like, we need to start holding each other accountable because these issues are never going to be fixed if we don't do that.
That's fact. Like I think people they especially in the black community and just well, actually just people in general, they never want to accept and take accountability for what's wrong with it. And like we both, I mean, I don't want to beat a dead horse. I feel like I'm gonna just say the same thing, just a different example. But
Yeah.
to conclude this little symphony that we just went on, it's like it's time for us to take accountability for what we're doing wrong because we're doing a lot wrong. And even though, it may not be as easy for us to do right as other people, that's not an excuse for you not to do the right thing.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
And one of those things that we're doing wrong is over here supporting people who literally have our worst interests at hand and are just tricking y'all every turn that y'all go. But I mean, like, you know, I don't know if they tricked y'all in this sense with this example that I'm about to bring up. But did you hear about when Joe Biden uh told Kamala, or did you see Joe Biden and Kamala Harris? They held a press conference, and in it, he literally said, and I'm gonna bring up the words, just so I read it correctly. I don't want to, say nothing wrong.
Mhm.
He's literally said to Kamala Harris during a live interview on CNN, if I reach something where there's a fundamental moral disagreement, I'll develop some disease and say I have to resign. So it's like
He said
they
that.
literally been planning. Yeah, he literally said that. Like word for word. Word for word, he said that. And I was like, wow, they literally telling y'all to y'all face that all this, all this was for show, you know, all of it. And y'all still don't get it. Like y'all still aren't seeing it. And y'all might be like, well, good, because now we're getting a black woman in the office.
Mhm.
And one, I cannot stress to y'all enough how Kamala Harris is not a black woman. But I'm not even
No.
gonna get on that right now. Like I've said it so many times. So like you said, I'm not gonna keep being a dead horse because y'all obviously aren't listening. But even if she was black, not all skin folk is your kinfolk. This
Fact.
woman put so many people in jail, did so much fucked up shit to the black community. Was lying, saying she was listening to Tupac, smoking weed
Was
in
she was
college, and all this shit. Put hella black people in jail for smoking weed. So it's like, threatened, threatened, uh, threatened single moms to threatened single moms, saying that she was gonna put them in jail if their kids, if their sons skipped school. Like that was their fault. They
yeah, I
trying
saw
to
that
work
too,
for
yeah.
it. So it's like
And
y'all
held out evidence that would that would
exonerate people.
yeah, that the priests that were touching kids in San Francisco.
Exactly. And yeah, exonerate and you make people guilty. So it's like, y'all would rather have this person in office because she's black or whatever,
Air
you
quotes,
know. Yeah, air quotes.
if you
So it's
listen.
like y'all don't y'all still aren't learning y'all lesson. Like, we I know all of y'all watched Queen and Slim. You feel me? I know all y'all niggas did.
What?
And y'all
What is
still
that?
didn't get it. The movie Queen and Slim, you ain't see that? Maybe it wasn't Slim. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Queen and
yeah,
Slim.
yeah, yeah. I did see that. I did see that.
What about, yeah. They was on the run from the police, and the black guy
Oh yeah, the black
snitched
dude.
them out
Yeah.
at the
Yeah, I
end.
forgot about
Yeah. Why y'all still like haven't learned y'all lesson.
that. Mm-hmm.
And I don't even feel bad at this point
You can't, bro. You can't. Like, all you could do now is really just
at all.
all you can do now is disconnect yourself from what's going on and try to stay as positive as you can.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, I think that's a real good segue into that.
I was
Staying
gonna go.
positive, you feel me?
Yeah,
Like people don't understand how your mindset can literally either elevate you or lower you, your
mm,
physical body, and like how you feel, like how you approach situations and how you think about situations and think through them literally affects your health, your physical health, like your actual body, and it dictates how you feel and how you will do in certain things. If you go into a test with the mindset of, oh, I'm about to fail, you're going to fail. Like, you're not going to magically get an A because you already went in that mind with that mindset that you was going to fail. Well, if you go in there with a good mindset, you know, I'm not going to say you're going to pass or whatever because that's not always the case, but you have a much better chance of passing than if you already going in there with the loser mentality. It's like so many people out here have adopted this loser mentality and all this stuff for really just because somebody else told them, you know, loser mentality and victim mentality. Those are like motherfuckers' two favorite mentalities to have right now. Oh, I'm a victim. Oh, I'm a slave. Like, there's really
Ooh.
people out there that be glorifying being a slave and shit. And I'm like, bro, you can only you can enslave yourself
Exactly.
because the only way you can be enslaved is mentally.
And
Somebody can enslave your physical body, but you are not your physical body. You are your mind, your soul, and your soul exists beyond this 3D this 3D field that we view and see and experience every day. So if you're letting somebody mentally enslave you, that's when you really lost because you're getting so caught up in the sauce that your soul has now left your body because you're so weak-minded and so worried about stuff that doesn't matter that somebody can say something to you and ruin your whole day. Somebody can say one word to you at 6 in the morning and you'll think about that shit till 12 at night when you go to sleep.
bro, I was actually having this conversation with this girl today because she had posted this rant that was basically saying, if you're not black, then you shouldn't say the N word, yada yada yada. And I slid up. I was like, debate. I actually wanted to come on here, but we ended up just debating through the messages. And she was basically, and I basically told her because she didn't really like
Is she
her only.
white or black?
No, she was black. Her only argument was that it's like one of the things that's part of our culture, so we shouldn't share it with others. But I was like, okay,
One, we didn't even create the word.
that's exactly my argument was like, bro, if anything, we stole it from them, and then we're getting mad that they're stealing it back. But I was like, you would really get offended if somebody called you that. Probably do something ignorant like hit them or fight them, and you would go to jail, or you would mess your hand up at the lowest. And it's like, why would you let somebody's words affect you that much to where they can get you in trouble? They could literally change your whole life off of one word. And that
Exactly.
shows how weak minded and how um slaveful our mind has become because we're just so triggered by things that don't even really matter.
Exactly. And you know, this a lot of people might be mad at this, but however, whichever way you look at it, the word nigger is the most important word in the English language. That word has generated so much money, both in slavery times and now rap music.
Hmm.
I don't think I can name one rap song right now that don't got the N word in it.
Unless it's Kanye.
Yeah, honestly, like there's so many. Like literally, we call ourselves the things that white slave masters used to call us, and we say, "Oh, we took the word back." But it's like I don't like being called a nigga because I know you feel me. I know one the meaning of it, which is ignorant. So you're calling your fellow, you know, your fellow allies, your fellow brothers and sisters
Ignorant.
ignorant. So it's like, okay, y'all took back that. Y'all calling each other ignorant now instead of the white man calling you ignorant. Okay, I guess. But it's like, you know, when people call me, I have it's like a two-way street with me. Like I'll say niggas in the plural, or like I'll be like my nigga. Well, when somebody calls me a nigga, or it's like somebody's like, what's up, nigga, or like something like that. I just feel like so bad after, or I don't feel bad, but I just get such a negative. That like it gives me negative energy, and I don't accept the negative energy at all because I'm like, don't call me that. I'm a young black man. I'm not a nigga. I'm not ignorant. So, and people get mad at me for that, and I'm like, what are you getting mad? I'm being respectful about it and everything, but I just don't know why we're still using that word if y'all are so easily triggered by it. Because it's like, however you look at it, it's the most popular word in the culture right now. Like, you know how mad I would be if I was a white kid and I
Exactly.
liked rap?
And you can't say it. Or every time you say you gotta like you
You
can't
got
even mouth it. Like and
so
that's
many.
why like I wouldn't have a problem with people saying it because it's like when white people say it nowadays, it's almost like they sneak to do it, or they be like, bro, can I say it just this one time, or can I have a black card? Like y'all just random black people just handing out black cards. I guess we doing that.
Yeah,
But to go off of your point, it's like to me, I really don't care if you call me that or if you don't call me that, because at the end of the day, that doesn't affect me, nor does that define who I am. You feel me? Like,
exactly.
especially like, you know, or not especially, but if you, I feel like in the black community, we always like to pick and choose when something's right and when something's wrong. And this is another example where it's like we will literally say this every single day, say it on every single song, but the minute somebody else says it, we have a problem with it, knowing that we are the best trendsetters that there is, but we want to get mad when people start catching on the trends and using the word just because, like, because it's not only with the N word, but like if you see a white person trying to talk black, then it's like they're a wigger or they don't want to be
The
black,
cultural is cultural. Oh yeah, cultural appropriation.
or
It's
like
like
even the
I
braid, or even like when white
you said
girls that
what?
have braids. It's
Yeah,
like
cultural appropriation. Yeah,
I don't have a problem with that because y'all black girls is walking around with weaves 24/7. Y'all got more weaves
exactly,
than braids nowadays. So it's like, how you gonna get mad at
exactly,
them for doing what y'all been doing for since probably the 1900s?
exactly.
I don't know about before, but probably since then.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know when, but exactly like I see more black girls with wigs and with weave than I do with braids, and
Hmm.
it's like you'd only get offended if you thought they look better. I don't think white girls or whatever look good with these braids they be having, but to each their own. Do whatever you want. If you want braids, have fucking braids. Do whatever you want.
Exactly.
So it's like y'all are getting so caught up being angry at people, and it just really shows your own insecurities, because
Hmm.
if you thought you were beautiful and didn't care, then you wouldn't care about what hair somebody else had. Like, instead of getting mad, how about you help them out?
Yeah,
You
you
feel
only
me?
get mad
Like, give them a
like
hand.
you only get mad at Kim K wearing braids because you know Kim K look better than, or you think Kim K looks better than you. Now, if it's a girl with braids and
I
you
think
know,
Kim K looks like an ant. I think Kim K look like an ant, honestly.
yeah, yeah. Well, I ain't gonna get into Kim K because you feel me. But anyways, uh, yeah, like you're only talking bad about it because you feel threatened by it. You feel me? You're only jealous because you feel like it
Exactly.
could possibly take your spot.
Exactly. And it's like, if y'all want to be appreciated as black women, if y'all want, you feel me, to be looked up to and shit, one, stop idolizing these thoughts and these motherfuckers that don't got shit going for themselves except Birkin bags. But two, stop, like, be comfortable in your own skin and as your natural self. Like, so many black women, like we said, are so quick to throw in a wig, so quick to put in some weave, some $250, $300 weave. And it's like, why would I respect, or I'm not saying I disrespect black women at all, but why are you expecting respect when you don't even respect yourself enough to be yourself?
Hmm.
So it's like, how are we going to be like, protect black women, and majority of the black women saying that have a wig
Yeah,
on,
they not
or have some
protecting
weave
their
in there.
they not protecting their own character and their own soul. Like,
Yeah, and not only that, they on Instagram posting half naked pictures, or they twerking on live and shit, just a bunch of bullshit.
y'all
It's
y'all
like,
even y'all love to say black is beautiful, but y'all not even trying to look black no more. Y'all trying to look white. Y'all just got black skin. If y'all could look white and have white people hair, y'all would do it in a heartbeat. Not
I
all of y'all,
definitely think,
obviously, but a lot of y'all definitely would.
yeah. And I don't want to put the blame entirely on Black women, because we both know that this beauty standard in society that we have was set
Mhm.
up by, not by the movie industry. And you know who controls the movie industry. I'm not even gonna, say it, but if you don't, just think. But all these this beauty standard was set up by people that didn't think Black women were, the most beautiful people in the world. But y'all just got to be comfortable with yourselves and be comfortable in your own skin. And then, like, I feel like y'all will start getting more respect. The
And
more
even
y'all try and imitate somebody else and look like somebody else, y'all not gonna get the respect that you're looking for.
and even if y'all don't get respect from who, the movie stars or from white people, who cares? You feel me? You're gonna get more respect from these
Exactly.
people than you're gonna get more respect from yourself, if anything, because um if because a lot of girls, they'll be like they don't have a wig or they don't got their hair done, so they can't even go out. And it's like you're so insecure and you're so, you know, fixed on this specific image that you want to portray that you can't even go outside without putting a wig on, or you can't go outside with your natural hair because you're scared of what someone else
Exactly.
thinks, or you're scared of what you might think when people look at you.
Exactly.
Because like it's like a lot of people, a lot of us, when people look at or when we look at people, we don't look at them and dissect everything. We just kind of, oh, that's them. You feel me? But in
Yeah.
our mind, when somebody looks at us, we're like, oh, I wonder if they can see this, see that, see that. And it's like we always make it seem like they got like the Byakugan or whatever from Naruto, like they can just read us and everything. When in reality,
Yeah.
they really don't care. So it's not even like
Exactly.
we care about what other thing. It's not even like we care about what other people think. We care about how we think other people think about us.
Exactly. And like, I think Tame Impala said it best. The only one, the only one who's really judging you is yourself,
Mhm.
nobody else.
Exactly.
So it's like you said, that's not even just Black women. That's just people.
Yeah, that's
Period. I
everyone.
remember so many times
That's me
I
too.
would be so self conscious about, something that I was insecure about, when in reality nobody's paying attention to it.
Nobody
Because
cares.
it's like, yeah, another Tame Impala lyric. He was like, no matter how long you work, fix your hair, nobody's gonna know the difference or whatever. So it's like there's so many people that sit in the mirror making sure their hair is perfect. But at the end of the day, when you walk past somebody, that's the first time they seen your hair. So they just gonna see it as your hair. They're not gonna see it as good or bad or whatever. They're just gonna see it as your hair.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's literally the same thing. People got to stop being so insecure and just start loving themselves and saying, "I am enough." You feel me? And I think once you start having that, and this goes back to the mindset thing. Once you start putting yourself in that mental space, in that nice, good mentality, you feel me? Then you will start to feel better about yourself and start to feel happier and
Mhm.
be happier.
Yeah. Once you figure out how to be happy with yourself, no matter what, that is when nobody can stop you or nobody can disturb your peace. People, I'm trying to find my peace or keep my peace. And it's like, you can't do that if you constantly worried about someone else or you're constantly showboating for someone else. Like, one thing I noticed is that, like, being or like being spiritual or whatever is kind of like a trend now, especially like with girls. Like, I don't see it in men,
That,
but like in girls,
that,
it's like a trend. And it's like, you're like, even though you may say like, oh yeah, I love myself, yada yada yada, you're posting a picture expecting likes and expecting comments. You're not people who really don't care. Like, if you look at real like spiritual people, like what's his name, the dude from Get Him the Greek, Russell Brand. He's not sitting up here posting pictures on his Instagram trying to look good. If you see what he looks like, you'll be like, oh my God. That's why like the most spiritual and the most like hippie-ish people or whatever, they don't care about how they look at all. So if you sit in the mirror talking about and you got makeup
that,
on, talking about, yeah, I'm loving myself, yada yada yada. It's like, No, you not. You literally just found a caption that worked for that picture.
Exactly. It's like, yeah, when I post on Instagram, it's just for skating and MDH stuff now. Like,
Me
you
too.
feel me? I don't, I don't be sitting trying to take pictures. I rarely have people take pictures of me unless I'm taking a picture with somebody else. But yeah, I think, and I don't care how many likes I get, like at all. Like I post that shit for me, you know, because I want to show my skating stuff. Just literally, that's it.
And that's
Like
such a
no
great
other
thing.
reason.
That's such a great thing to do because it's like with me and you, it's like, bro, we not no like cold skaters. We not finna get no 2,000 likes. You feel me? We ain't finna get a ton of shares. So it's like you could really like it's almost like a shot to our confidence because and to our ego because it's like we both played basketball. And we were both pretty good. So it's like in basketball, we can hang. We could probably post a highlight tape and it get a lot of likes. But we put or a lot of shares or whatever, and somebody be like, "This is cold." We post a skate video. It's like, okay, like he's progressing, but it's not like we're not gonna be on Thrasher or nothing like that. So that's why I like
Exactly.
posting that skate stuff because it was like we were trash, but it was like we was still so happy with it, and like we're still so happy with it. You feel me? And
Exactly.
that's why I like skating so much because it really tested my ego and tested, you feel me, the image that I was trying to portray when I was playing basketball.
Exactly. And I did this one of my finals for school. Uh interview people and like take sound bites from the interviews and match them all together in one whole play or whatever. So that pod that we posted or that yeah we posted I think a week ago now or 2 weeks ago with the drunken pod special one. I did that one and I took a bunch of stuff. And one part that I really liked that my man Jack, said, shout out to Jack. He
Yeah,
said,
shout out to Jack.
I think yeah, he fucks with the pod too, so definitely shout out to him. But he was like, I think I look cool. People give me such a weird look, and I'm like, I'm wearing jeans, fucking out with a flannel on that bitch with my Walkman, cause he don't care. He just doing him.
What?
And
What you
as
say?
long as he says, I think I look cool. People give me such a weird look. I'm like, I'm wearing jeans, fucking out with a flannel on that bitch with my Walkman. Cause he got like the Walkman, the old, like the old
Walkman?
Walkman. Yeah,
That is amazing. He has music playing out of it
exactly.
or no?
Yeah, and I saw him with it, and because at first he told me like he was a little self conscious to wear it, but then he was like, "Man, fuck this, I don't really care." And I saw him with it, and he said I was the first person to say something about it, and I was like, "Shit, is that a Walkman, bro? That's hella cool." So like, I felt good because I just gave him that much more confidence to keep wearing it and to not be self conscious about it. And now, if somebody does happen to look at him weird or say whatever, he has that confidence to say, "I don't give a fuck,"
Bro, that's tight
because
though.
I think it's
Walkman?
cool. It's something that I like. Yeah, yeah, he's like really into music. He
Oh,
had I would always be they had an apartment, him, this other guy named Michael that I always skated with at the park, and this other guy named Ken. They all lived in an apartment on like in like the square of the campus, and that's where I don't know if you saw, but I called that the skaters den because we all skated and like it was just like a vibe and shit. But he had like a stereo set and all that. But that's besides the point. But yeah, I just
described that
really
whole
like that.
setup.
Yeah, I just really like that because it's like and like you know, and I was thinking about making a video acting this out because like I think it'll really help people. And I'm basically just talking about, the events of 2020 and like how people's perception of 2020 shaped whether their 2020 was good or not. So, and there's this one line, it goes, this is switching between four people, where it goes, if you just focus on yourself and like really appreciate yourself, and if you love yourself, your life will be so good. And I don't think people actually realize that, because it's like they're so caught up in worrying about what other people think about them. They're not loving themselves. They're just loving, the fabricated image they're putting out of themselves to make it acceptable by regular standards.
Hmm. And I feel like 2020 has been a good year for me. You feel me? Like I found something that I'm
Literally.
passionate about. You feel, or two things that I'm passionate about, and two things that I hope is gonna live with me for the rest of my life. And you feel me? I got to be outside more than ever. Like, cause usually we'd only be out of school for what, like 2.5 months, then we'll go right back.
Yeah.
We was out of school for like, what was that, like 5 months,
Hella long.
something like that. And we, like,
Yeah.
when you was out here, we was outside every single day. Like, and that was
Yeah.
when COVID
And
was.
not
That's when COVID was like cancer. Like everybody was scared of COVID, but like we was outside like
we was
more
like,
than
fuck the
I've ever been outside
quarantine.
before. You said what?
Exactly. And like, and we was like, fuck the quarantine. But exactly, like, and I remember that's when they was trying to literally force people to stay inside. They had shut the skate park down and shit.
And we used to hop
That
the
shit
fence,
pissed me
like
off. But
didn't
yeah.
stop us.
And then a cop came, we got in trouble. That was on 4/22. I had hella weed that day. But yeah, like you said, like, yeah, 2020 has probably by far been my best year of my life. Like,
Yeah.
I, like you said, found two things I'm passionate about. I've been having a good time. You're only not having a good time if you're worried about all this bullshit and watching the fucking CNN and just any news channel, really. If you're not watching us, you're probably having a terrible
Yeah.
time. But
Yeah. So for the
it's
hundred
like,
thousands of
yeah,
people watching us,
even,
bro, we help. We know you having a good time. You feel me?
yeah. But like, even if we like in a regular year, even during the summer, we wouldn't be outside because we usually be playing basketball and just be in the gym. So we just go from the car to the gym, to the car, to the house. And now, like, we really outside. Like, now I'll literally go outside and just sit outside
Oh, literally.
and meditate and soak up that sun. You feel me? Because, get some sunlight in your life. I think people don't understand how damaging it is to your mental health to just be inside all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, we as animals, we might be intelligent animals, but we as animals, so being inside, you're just so disconnected from nature. So when you go outside and you start liking going outside, you're gonna start feeling good and like start being happier. Like, I know when I go outside and I just look at the sun, or at night when I go outside and just look at the moon, I'll just start smiling and like get a good feeling, because I know that I'm a part of all of that. I'm a part of the whole universe. Like, that is a piece of me right there.
So you'll never be alone.
Exactly.
Mm.
So it's like, you know, people sit inside in their rooms surrounded by the same things, four walls, and all these objects that may look cool but don't really mean nothing, and or maybe some of them mean actual demonic stuff, you just don't realize it. But if you go outside, you're surrounded by the very thing you are, and that's nature. You feel me? Like, you're either under the sun, or even if it's a cloudy day or whatever, you buy some plants. You are that. You are the earth. People don't realize that after you're not this body. This is just a vessel that you're experiencing on this 3D plane. So as soon as you die, your soul leaves this body, and this body turns into fertilizer. It goes straight back into the earth, straight back into the ground. So people need to realize that there's a lot of significance with connecting with nature. And I think people take that for granted and act like, oh, that's just some modern day hippie shit, which it is. But you know,
Yes, sir.
everybody need to be a modern day hippie.
Hmm. Like I think 2020 has been a crazy year, but it's been crazy in the greatest way because, like I said, I feel like I found something that's really gonna stick with me. And before that, I was always like, dang, like what should I do? You feel me? Because I know I'm not gonna play basketball for the rest of my life. I
That's,
know that I don't like school enough to like really go to school for my whole life. So like
yeah,
until this year, I was still like kind of teetering with the ideas, but now it's like I found two things that like maybe not be the main focus of my life and my journey, but it's definitely gonna be a part of it, and it's definitely gonna
yeah,
be involved with what I'm doing. Gang.
exactly, exactly. Like I know, like I got so much more confidence in myself, you
Mm-hmm.
know, for, in this year, like, and just so much, you know, I just started feeling so much better about myself and all these other things because I know, like, before this year started, I was a bot. Well, no, I started kind of having my spiritual awakening towards the end of last year, but I was still doing bot shit. I didn't realize it. I just started becoming aware that stuff was weird. But this year, like, I really started to realize and really be able to, one, I learned a lot and I was able to differentiate between good and bad, like, actually. So, I took all the negative energy and all that negative stuff out of my life, and now it's like it's to a point I don't care if I get likes. I don't care if there's a bunch of people listening to this or not, because honestly I'm doing this because I like it and because it makes me feel good.
Exactly.
And if it's helping people on the way, I'm so glad with that too, because it is helping people. And even if we reach one person, that's enough for me, because this is helping me. You feel me?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. It's reaching me
exactly.
before it's reaching anybody else.
Exactly. Like, at the end of the day, this is something that, it gives me an outlet to really talk things out in a productive manner, and like really think clearly about things. And it's making me become more organized and like making me become more time efficient and like just making me grow up more in a sense. But it's not making me grow up, it's making me want to grow up. You
Mm-hmm.
feel me? Like, it's making me want to do these things, which is something I never thought would happen. I thought, I feel like I'm pretty lazy, but you know, I'm always so excited to do a pod. I stay up, super late slash early in the morning to get these pods out, and it's not like it's a hassle to me. It's
Yeah.
something that I like to do and I don't mind doing.
Yeah, but like this has taught me like dedication, but it's taught me a healthy dedication because it's not like when made the schedule for the pod, it's like, oh, I gotta do a pod today. It's like, yeah, we gotta do a pod, but the part where the dedication comes in is like we gotta figure out a time that works out for both of us because obviously like we're on two different, you feel me, sides of the country. And I feel like that's so like uh applaudable or plausible. You feel
I
me?
don't think,
I don't when you
I
clap.
don't know.
I think like you feel me?
Yeah,
Like I wanna clap because it's like we really like we're college student or I mean we're really college students, you feel me? You live 3 hours ahead of me. I live whatever. Like just last night we was doing a pod. It was 3 in the morning here. I was up till 5. You was up at 5 doing the pod. And it's just like we really found something that's like we could stay up till 5 in the morning or whatever time and still have a good time and still be proud of what we did. Like when I used to wake up for school at 5 in the morning, I used to be like, bro, like when is this gonna be over? I hate this. But like I'm perfectly fine with staying up as long as late as I have to because this is something I want to get done and it's something I enjoy doing and getting done.
exactly, exactly. And you know, that's just the pod. And this year,
Mm-hmm.
like you were saying, I found skating. You feel me? My man right here gave me my first skateboard, and it's like, bro, I remember going to basketball practice or training. I would be so irritated. Like, I would not want to do that shit at all. But I'm trash at skating or whatever. But I'm so like, it's fun to go out there and practice because that's all you do. when you're on the skateboard is you're practicing, but at the same time you're having fun because one, you're getting outside and exercising, which is good for you already, and two, you're learning. And no matter what you do, you're gonna get better. The more you ride the skateboard, you're gonna get better.
Exactly.
So you literally just having fun and getting better at something at the same time.
And it's
So
endless. It's like, you feel me? Like,
exactly.
even if you learn how to kickflip, you could literally practice a kickflip every single day and it's gonna improve every single day. Like,
Yeah,
just because you learn a kickflip, or like just like for you, just because you learn a pop shove, that's not the end all be all for pop shove. You feel me? You
exactly.
still gotta get them cleaner, then you gotta get them down stuff. So it's like it's never repetitive at all. It's always
Exactly.
kind of perfected.
Yeah, and that's what I like about skating because it's like you're always there's no, in basketball, I feel like for most people, for most people, there's like not necessarily a limit, but there's like I can't think of the word I want to use, but there's like a ceiling, you
A
know.
cap.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, you can get this good, you can start dunking or whatever, but if you're this height, you're just not. There's just no way you're probably
Yeah.
going to get any better than this. You feel me? Or even if you're like LeBron, it's like no way LeBron can get, better than LeBron. But in skating, there's literally you can never do anything because you can always find something else to do. You
Hmm.
can always find a new spot to hit or a new trick to hit at the spot that you already hit. So it's never something where you're gonna hit the ceiling and you can't do anything more. It's all about your dedication and what you want to do. And that's
Exactly.
what I really like about it because it like really shows you. It really taught me like hard work and like dedication and like the reward after that. Like I was trying to ollie for so long when I first started skating, and it's like I was so proud of some trash ollies. Like I wasn't even getting off the ground. And I remember I would be so hyped because not because the ollie was good, just because I remembered when I couldn't do it at all, and I would be trying so hard, and I got to see all that hard work play out in front of me. You feel me?
Hmm.
So yeah, that's what like you said, skating and this, not even just the pod for this,
Yeah.
like
But
the
every.
whole MDH brand,
Hmm.
you know, it's like really, it's made 2020, like 2020 was already going to be a memorable year. For most of y'all, it might be a bad memorable year, but it has made this for sure one of this 2020 is going to have a whole, if I was writing an autobiography, 2020 might have a whole book by itself and it all be positive.
Yeah. Won't
Like
mention
it's
COVID.
not going to be nothing negative.
I might mention COVID once.
Yeah.
While y'all mentioning COVID, did this, did that, I'm gonna be like, nah, we started everything.
Yeah,
Like, this was here.
I'm gonna be like, there was like some virus called COVID 30 or night or whatever that shit was, but I wasn't really worried about it like everybody else. I was just chilling, skating.
Getting clips.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting clips. Not that many though, but
Yeah,
no, I
no.
was getting a lot of clips. They were just fucking ass. just
Bro, we used to film some funny stuff, bro.
yeah. But that was like the good. That's what was fun about it though.
Hmm.
You
Yeah.
know.
It was like, even though, like, especially doing it with like people that's like me and
Yeah,
you, that's gonna support each other no matter what. It's like we was doing some trash stuff, but we was both super hype on it. Like,
bro.
even the stuff I was
Especially.
doing was like not that cool at all. But it was like we was both like, oh, Ollie, oh, Borisov,
Literally
like, it's like now we do that stuff.
riding off the side of a little ass ram, dropping in. Well, dropping in is kind of cool.
Yeah, that is like a, yeah. But like that, I really enjoyed that about skateboarding now.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's why I like. I watch skate videos all the time. You feel me? Like it's like I'm actually studying. I never studied basketball the way that I study skating. Never. Like, and I was good at basketball. You know, like I don't think y'all used to like realize I used to be ranked and shit. Like I was actually pretty good at basketball.
I was
Like
ranked number 47
for real.
in the
It was.
state, not the country.
I was ranked at a time. I was ranked number 4 in the whole country in middle school, and like I I just don't. I tell people that they'll be like, "Wow." I'm like, "Okay, but do you think I'm cold at skating?"
Have you seen my ollie though? No.
Yeah, like, and it's to the point like if I really wanted to, I could walk on to the varsity D1 basketball team at my school, but I honestly just really don't want to. Like I was really thinking about it. I was like, I just don't want to do that because it would take away from the things that are actually, you feel me, making me happy and like making me enjoy life. So, I mean, if I do it, it's literally going to be just to promote MDH. It might kick me off as much as I fucking promote MDH, but like, yeah, I'm not ecstatic. I don't get excited about playing basketball
At all.
or watching. I don't watch basketball at fucking all, but like all this NBA stuff's going on. I don't know what's going. Like I know that Westbrook got traded for John Wall, but I wasn't like, oh my gosh.
That's gnarly. That's crazy. But
Yeah, that's that. Like that's the crazy part. Like last year, me would have been like, whoa, Westbrook was traded for fucking John Wall, but now I'm like, oh okay,
and
yeah, okay.
But what I was gonna say, because I went to go play basketball yesterday, like in the gym. Feel me? I went with the homie Chris. Shout out to Chris. Um, but I went, you feel me, and like they was doing all the coded stuff. But we was playing 1-on-1, and then we went to play King of the Court. And I was doing way better than I thought I was, because like I said, I haven't hooped since like February, January. And even like the times that I did get scored on, or like I did get, I got mixed a couple of times actually, but or crossed or whatever. But it was like no matter what, I was like, bro, like I still skate. Like at the end of the day, none of y'all can see me on a skateboard. And in addition to that, I was having such a good time because it was like nothing, like this didn't matter. Like it wasn't like if I don't get better at
Yeah,
basketball, or if I'm not better than this person at basketball, then I can't get here. It was just like I'm literally here to have fun, and that's it. Like to have fun and kind of like reignite that
exactly,
competitive spirit just a little bit. But like there's nothing riding on this.
exactly.
I don't feel pressured or anything. Like you could make me fall, I'm gonna get right back up and laugh. Because it's like I'm not embarrassed by it. This isn't me no more. This is just something I'm doing for fun.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, that's the like when I went and played basketball at the beginning of the semester with my dorm mates, like it was just fun. And like it would only become not fun when the motherfuckers at the park would start taking it so serious. And I'm like,
Exactly.
bro, we're at the park. How do you really care? Like none of us are going to the NBA. You over here still hanging on the hoop dreams for some reason. And I can bust your ass if I really wanted to, but I just
Bro,
don't want to do that.
that's what I'm saying.
So
I'm like, a lot of y'all take yourself too serious, especially when it comes to basketball. Like, a lot of y'all is too
and y'all
cool.
not even like that.
It's like y'all not even that good. Like, if you was, even if you was really
Not
good,
even good at all.
but it's like even if you was really good, bro, you got no right to be taking yourself that serious. Like, you can't look at if you can't get cross and laugh, if you get cross and you go sit down and you mad or you want to fight, then it's just like basketball isn't for you at all, because you can't control it. It's damaging to your emotion so much so that you literally have to sit
Which is
down.
damaging to your mental health.
Yeah. And basketball was definitely damaging to my mental health. Like when if we would have a bad game or a bad loss, we would be messed up for nights. Like, bro, like that would hurt. Or if you got a bad practice, it'll be you'll yeah, like you would not talk to nobody on the team. And it's like a lot of times that gets overlooked because it's involved with basketball. But it's like at the end of the day, that shouldn't be separate from if someone's just sad, at school. Just because you playing basketball and you have anger
Exactly.
issues when you play basketball doesn't mean that you don't got anger issues with everything else. And that's why we need to
Exactly.
start paying
It's
attention
like
to basketball players and to football players who show these signs of anger issues, show these signs of, low self-esteem on the court or whatever, because as prevalent as they are in basketball, they're also in other areas of their life that we just don't get to see because we don't see them off the court or we don't see them off the field.
exactly. Yeah, like people don't realize that basketball is just so toxic and it's so damaging to your mental health. Like you said, yeah, I'm not about to beat a dead horse, but I know so many people that would like that that wouldn't only be upset if they had a bad practice or a bad game, but if somebody else, and I was one of these people, if somebody else had a bad practice and after they were like cool about it, I'd be mad at them.
Jump on their
And like
neck.
looking back, I'm like, why am I trying to force how I feel onto somebody else who doesn't care about it because they know it's just a game, which is the correct response you're supposed to have.
Yeah.
It's like it's too competitive. That's what I like about skating. It's not competitive at all. Like it's competitive in the sense that you're competing with yourself. But all skaters, like, there's not no skaters talking shit on, well, I'm not gonna say no skaters because there's always some people, but majority of skaters, like the good skaters, they're not talking shit and like, oh, you can't do this,
Yeah.
oh, you can't do that.
I'm gonna lock
They're
you
just
up.
uplifting each other and anything they can do. Like somebody super code can know that they can do a trick that somebody else is just working on for like 30 minutes, but they're not going to sit there and do it right in their face because one, they know that's fucked up, and two, they're just proud that that person was able to get over it and do that trick.
Hmm.
So I
And
think more people just need to start, you know, being more accepting and being more loving and like being not necessarily more soft, but you know, caring about other people more because yeah, like it's just like a lot of stuff goes on in society where there's so many people that only care about themselves and they're just so selfish about everything that they do and the way that they think and the way that they act goes to show how selfish they are because they don't really care about anybody but themselves. But in skating, one, you care about getting better, but you also care about your friends getting better. Like I know I put so many people on the skating at Lehigh, and I would be just as hype about them getting something new as I would be about getting something new. Probably more hype. Like you care more about them progressing than yourself at times because you just want to see people having fun.
hmm having fun with you. You feel me? Because that's
Exactly.
that's all it is. It's no competing. It's no like, we need to one up each other. It's like we're all just trying to have a good time. Which,
Exactly.
basketball robs a lot of us of having because like you don't go to play basketball to have fun. You go to win. And
Exactly.
you only win half of the games you play, and that's just if you're lucky. Like my basketball career, we lost so many games. It's not even funny. I was constantly on losing teams, so like we barely. If winning is fun, I barely had fun.
I might have I won more than I lost, definitely.
No,
I mean, in high school, probably I was maybe like right at 5,500, but like all time, I definitely won more games. But even still, like I would win a game and still be mad after the game. So it's like it's still toxic. It's still not that good for you. But I wanted to get into this. Did you see that the picture, or these pictures, because it wasn't just one picture, of Harry Styles, and like how everybody is kind of glorifying him being openly feminine and dressing in a bunch of dresses.
Yeah. One thing I wanted to bring up, and I've been wanting to bring this up for a while, was especially because I don't really know about like like as far as like white people, that's like their culture. Men used to wear dresses all the time, whatever. But I wanted to bring something up, dedicated towards the black community. And they used to have this thing called buck breaking. You know what that
Yeah,
is?
yeah.
Yeah, they used to have the thing called buck breaking, where they would take the strongest slave and they would rape them in front of everybody else to show their dominance. And it's like, obviously, they're not rape. I mean, they probably are black artists are probably are getting raped. I mean, we heard about Lil Wayne allegations where
Yeah.
he had to do what he had to do, but in a sense, it's like they're constantly trying to demasculate. Is it demasculinize or demasculate? Whatever, they're trying to do that to a lot of men nowadays, especially black men. You have Young Thug wearing a dress, you have Gunna wearing purses, and it's like we're constantly seeing them, try to feminize black men, similar to how they did back when slavery was a thing.
Exactly. And it's like, you know, exactly. It's just like, I'm you made a great point on the black community part. So I'm not even going to touch on that. I'm just going to speak on that as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
It's like society is trying to feminize men
Yeah,
and to make it okay. Like, it's one thing to be gay or trans or whatever. Like I said, you can do whatever you want. I don't really care.
but
But
well, but it's not even gay people doing it though. That's what makes it even worse. Like, see,
yeah,
the gay rappers or the gay artists. Like, you look at Tyler Creator or you look at Frank Ocean, they're not wearing dresses. It's like literally straight men who are dressing up like females, which it makes it
exactly.
even worse.
Exactly. Cause it's just making it just that much more confusing for the youth.
Mm-hmm.
Like, your kids are gonna be growing up, not knowing, literally so confused on what the world, like, I would hate to be a kid right now because I gotta grow up, you know, learning about, LGBTQ plus history, and you know, just gotta just gotta be able to accept so many things that, we haven't had to deal with before this year, or before these last couple of years, really. And it's like we're exposing our kids to so much unnatural stuff. Whichever way you look at it, all of it's unnatural. So, like I said, you can do whatever you want. I don't really care, but you're not going to, that doesn't change the fact that it's unnatural.
Yeah.
So we need to stop acting like all of this stuff that people are doing is normal, because there's nothing normal about well, I don't even know if Harry Styles is gay, or like, I don't even know, but
I think he's
we
straight.
got to stop making it acting like this stuff is normal, of straight men wearing dresses and acting like that's okay,
Yeah.
because all of these same feminist woke, you know spiritual girls were the ones that were sharing it, saying that's
Mhm.
cool.
And if
And
you
it's
look at
like,
in spiritual people, really should not look at trans people, or especially trans people, as like good people, because if you just look at the shock, if you look at I'm not even gonna get into it. Like, I don't want to get into it because
yeah, it's not even worth it. But
yeah, because I know a lot of spiritual people not going to agree, but it's the truth, Roof.
a lot of fake spiritual people.
Yeah.
But Well, yeah, like people just people. If you're not agreeing with people nowadays, it's hard to have a conversation.
Facts.
Super hard because they just don't want to hear it. Like they don't want to hear truth. They're just gonna back up their biases with more biases. So you just it's like talking to it's not even like talking to a wall. It's worse than talking to a
Yeah, 'cause
wall
they talking back.
because yeah, that's why because this wall is responding and with illogical responses at that. So yeah, it's just like some things are best better left unsaid, but that doesn't change the fact that there's a lot of unnatural things going on that we're trying to force our kids to accept as natural. And that's personally why when
Yeah.
I have kids, they're definitely getting homeschooled. That and because I don't trust the school system at all. Like we learned so much BS that didn't matter.
And we went through a lot of BS that we
A
did.
lot. So like yeah. Like sometimes I'll just remember like you said this a couple pods ago, and I was like really thinking about it today. And I was like, dang, we was like 14, 15, really super hurt
Super.
by a girl. And like we didn't even really know what relationships was.
Exactly. Like we didn't even
So
know them like that. Like especially
exactly.
like, cause like I remember when like middle school, not like the later years in high school, but like middle school to the beginning years of high school, you'll start talking to someone or like saying you'll start claiming somebody after like a week of talking. It's like you really just invested all your feelings in this one person that you just met a week ago.
Exactly.
And
Like
even
so
worse,
many
some
you
people don't even see them in real life first. You don't even know how they smell, how they hug. You literally just seen their profile picture and you didn't fell in love with them.
exactly. And literally fell in love. Like, oh, I love you. You don't even know what love is.
Exactly. Well, I don't know. I don't like to say that kids or like teenagers don't know what love is because I feel like they definitely do. Like they have those feelings, and that's why
Yeah,
they
I think they have their feelings, but they don't really know what it is. So
yeah, and I feel like that's why they're so loose with it because
yeah,
they don't know how to recognize what's going on, and that's why they get so hurt so
exactly.
often because they just constantly releasing this love and releasing their or putting their energy towards one person, and then once that one person damages it, then it
And it literally will be scarred forever. Like there's so many people that scarred because of a freshman year
Mhm.
relationship. And it's like, bro, come on, y'all was both barely 13. But it's like I don't think I don't think that they know love. I think they know infatuation and they confuse that with love. So like these kids, they get infatuated with other people and they think that's love when in reality you can't fall in love with somebody if one you don't know yourself first, two you don't love yourself, and three you don't know them. It's like we wasn't really trying to get to know these people. So I think we were just infatuated with the idea of being in a relationship because that's like the popular thing to do or whatever. Or it was the trend.
which is a crazy trend. Like being
Exactly.
being in a relationship is a trend. Dedicating your life towards someone has become like the cool thing. Not a cool thing to do, but like become like a necessity.
Yeah. And it's like we just all of our priorities are super messed up, you know,
Facts.
but in multiple ways. And that's why like I look at myself and sometimes I'm like, damn, I'm proud because yeah, I did a lot of messed up stuff, but at least I'm not like y'all. Some of y'all are so lost. Like like this mom. I sent you the video and she was calling her newborn baby gay.
Yeah, I saw that.
And her explanation was, well, y'all call y'all kids straight when they're babies, so I'm gonna make my kid gay. I was like, what?
Didn't nobody
Like, what kind of
call up? Didn't nobody make our kids straight? That's just how humans work.
Exactly. Like people don't. They hate to hear this argument. And Young Pharaoh, he said it like so perfectly to, and this that he had a heated debate with these two dykes. And is it all right to say dykes in 2020? I don't know, but with these two dykes, and he was like, if you put an island full of women that like women on the island, and then an island full of men that like men on the island, and then another island of men and women that like the opposite sex, and you fast forward 100 years, only one of those islands are still going to be self-sustaining, and we know which one that is. And they
Well,
were like, they got mad. They didn't even like acknowledge it really, and it's like we can't act like, you feel me, nature isn't truth. I feel like nature and natural things is the only truth. Everything else is just fabricated and artificial. And what anything artificial is fake. So we're over here acting like, all this stuff is. And I'm not saying that people aren't naturally attracted to the same sex, because personally I think so. I think to an extent it's a choice, but I think some people like really are just like born that way or whatever. I think most people it's a choice to just, putting it out there. But, you know, like we said, we don't care if you gay or not. I really don't care. I just don't want to hear about that shit. Like you can be gay, bro, and you don't have to talk about it. But it's like nowadays, you if you're gay, you gotta make that your personality. And it's like if you're gay and you're a regular person, I promise barely anybody would care. Less people than you think. But the when it becomes a problem is when like you're gay and you make it a point that everybody knows that you're gay.
mhm.
And it's like, why do you really care about people knowing this about you when we're at work, in the professional setting? Nobody's talking about anything pertaining to that in the slightest. So you're literally just offering information nobody cares about. And now I gotta sit here and act like I care.
Yeah, because you can't even be like, bro, okay, and like you
They
gotta
gonna be like,
gay. I mean, you gotta be like, oh, you're gay, bro. Respect. I respect you so much. Shout out to being gay. It's like you can't just ignore it nowadays. You gotta engage in it and acknowledge it and give them props for being gay.
how much you want to bet that gay lives matter is a trending hashtag within the next 2 years?
Yeah. If it's not, I thought it was already.
Not gay lives matter. I think maybe by next summer, to be honest, because they've been fast forwarding a lot of stuff lately with this agenda,
Hmm.
with the agenda stuff. So it might be coming soon. Gay lives matter. They're gonna get tired of black people and just go straight to gays. You
Yeah, they're
know,
gonna drop black people like they always do.
yeah. I mean, they already started. Like nobody really talking about Black Lives Matter like that no more.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, nobody care. Um, but that just reminded me of. Did you like? There was a phone call of some CNN executives. They were talking about a bunch of different stuff, and basically one of the things they said is they said they weren't going to cover the Hunter Biden laptop story and like nothing pertaining of anything other sort of like pedophilia pertaining to any of the Bidens. They said they're not going to cover any of those stories. Mind you, this is a news channel. This is a news outlet. So
But they,
they're not supposed to pick and choose what they're showing you. They're supposed to present you with information and let you formulate your own opinions on these topics. So they said that. They also said that Cubans were bullies because they voted for Trump. A white woman said that. So like that's racist, but it just makes no sense to me I mean, how people are still taking CNN seriously when they literally come out in your face and tell you that they that they aren't objective when they report, meaning that they don't look at things from a third person point of view. They look at things however it can better their Democratic candidate they're trying to get in office, and however it can make the Republican candidate look bad. Like, that's the problem with the government and this bipartisan system, is that the left and right don't even care about helping the American people. All they care about is disagreeing with each other and making the other side look as bad as possible. Like,
One,
oh, go ahead.
I would say one thing like that reminded me of was like people say this election wasn't rigged or it wasn't this and that, but it's like it's blatant that it's blatantly seen that there was election meddling going on, no matter how you look at it.
Yeah,
Hunter Biden laptop is one of the most trending stories. It should have been one of the most trending stories because you have a president's son's laptop that allegedly has child pornography on it, drugs, and deals with other countries. So why is this not all over the news? Because they're trying to save this presidential candidate. But when it's Trump's turn, and it's like it's Trump's turn to when he does something wrong, it's bash, bash, bash. It's not let's hide it until after the election, or let's not report on it, or let's just censor it on social media, or make that little thing the fact check thing where it's partly false or whatever. And so that just shows like this election may not have been. I mean, I believe that there was voter fraud, but even if you don't, there was still, you know, they're candidate meddling, and they're trying to
yeah,
make one look better and hide the dirt that one is doing.
exactly. And we don't even gotta believe that there was voter fraud. We got a video in Georgia. I don't know if you saw. Yeah, I think you were the one that told me about it. Of They literally wheeled in a suitcase filled with mail-in ballots, or whatever type of ballots it was, put it under one of the tables that they was counting votes, and then at 1:30 in the morning they took it out and started using those because Trump was up by so much. And literally 3 minutes after that, Joe Biden got over 100 plus, on over 100,000 plus votes, more votes than he netted that many votes over Trump. Literally just in that right after, and it's on camera in Georgia, and also in Georgia, uh, a video just came out where one of the poll watchers or the poll ladies or like readers or whatever they're called, uh, she took a hard drive out of a computer and like tried to hide it and be slick, and then got up and walked away and handed it off to somebody else. So it's like, it's clear as day. You gotta like either be just, what's the word? You gotta be in denial or just incompetent if you don't think it was election fraud at this point. Cause it's like, it's clear as day. And like you said, like I said, you cannot like Trump, but do you want one a cheater, two a dementiated racist in office?
And a
So
pedophile.
like, whether you like Trump or not, we can agree that he at least beat Hillary fair and square. And now y'all would rather have a cheater in office that majority of Americans did not vote for than to have Trump in office because y'all hate him that much. And y'all saying
And
he ruining
even
the democracy.
even if Biden didn't cheat, or even if there isn't voter fraud, why isn't the news reporting stories from each side? Why why are they hiding the evidence that's saying that there's voter fraud? It
Exactly.
was just proof that they're trying to hide something.
Yeah.
Now, whether you want to believe it's voter fraud or whether you want to, whatever you want to believe, we can see that they're not reporting the full story. And people only don't say the full story when they did something wrong or when they're doing something wrong.
Exactly. And it's like, and it's not even the news that's doing it. It's the government shows. It just shows how much corruption is within the government itself. Because the Georgia governor, Trump has pressed him like these last 3 days, 4 days about like these videos that's coming out. And he's like, bro, like, are you gonna do? And the Georgia governor is Republican. So like you would think that he's supposed to be on Trump's side. And I'm not saying like that Republicans should just be on Trump's side no matter what. Because I think if Trump lost, then he should accept the L and like it just is what it is. Y'all was just dumb. But you know, they're not even trying to to investigate it. You know, like the Department of Justice and AG Barr, Attorney General Barr, Bill Barr, they came out and was like they haven't even found no evidence of voter fraud yet. I think they said that at the beginning of the week. And I was like, wow, it's like, are y'all even looking? Do y'all care? Like, are y'all not trying? Because I can go on the internet literally in 2 seconds and find like 15,000 cases of voter fraud. And I know y'all got more information than me. So like, it's like, come on now. And like, I saw today the Dominion, the machines they were using. For those of y'all who don't know about that, the machines that were being used was created by the Clinton Foundation, aka the Democratic Party, aka the Deep State. So, and their logo literally it's a red vote going in, and when it comes out, it's blue. And you know how the Freemasons do; they have to show you what they're going to do before they do it. That, or if they don't do it that way, then they won't get the maximum amount of power that they get from their God, aka Satan, aka Lucifer, aka Jesus. But
It's it's what do you do?
it's like showboating.
Deceitfulness.
Yeah. It's like they gotta
It's like
showboat. They gotta show you. This is how dumb we
yeah,
are. They gotta show us the stuff they're about to do in order for them to get the most power. But they do it in a way that they're showboating, and they already know that we're not gonna, you know, be smart enough to pick up on it.
they thrive off of deceiving people.
Exactly.
It's not just like we're gonna do y'all wrong. We're gonna trick y'all and then do y'all wrong.
Exactly. And
'Cause
then
that's what the
lie to
devil
y'all.
does.
Exactly. Like it's one thing if you gonna do some evil stuff, at least be honest about it. Because then I can find a way and formulate a plan to combat that. But they just out here tricking y'all and showing y'all in movies and stuff, and you just think it's a movie.
Because that's what the devil did. He tricked Adam and Eve. That's what Jesus is. That's what the religion has done. It's tricked
Exactly.
people into thinking that they're the chosen ones when they're not.
Exactly. So it's like, you know, people they still gonna be asleep. They're still not gonna listen and realize the things that we're saying. And that's why I can't even be mad because it's like, you know, it's just y'all fault at this point. Like whatever happens is y'all fault at this point. And while we're still on the topic of government corruption, did you hear that the California governor, so Gavin Newsom, one of his like right hand men, his aide, and he's like this aide is a big part of the Democratic Party. He just got charged with, I think it might have been sexual abuse, it might not have been though, but it was for sure violence and a couple other charges against his own daughter, his own 4-year-old daughter.
Wow. Wow.
Exact and no and nobody reported on it.
Yeah, I didn't
And
know
that
that.
just happened like 3-4 days ago.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And it's like y'all don't care because it's a Democrat. But I know if it was a Republican,
Mhm.
y'all would be so quick, and I'm not even like, I don't care about either sides, but it's just facts. Y'all are so quick to think Democrats are the good guys and Republicans are the bad guys. When in reality, they're both part of the same problem, and that is the government itself. The government has no oversight, so they just keep tricking us and doing whatever they want. Like, if you think about it, all these big corporations and big companies got so much money off this COVID tax relief stuff. And so many small businesses had to shut down. And like so many people lost
That's
their
facts.
homes, lost their businesses, lost so much money. And y'all are still out here supporting the people that didn't even want to give Americans any money. Like, y'all over here trying to blame Trump that there was only one stimulus check when y'all got to realize that stuff goes to the House first. It has to be passed through the House. Who has the majority in the House? The Democratic Party. So like, y'all can't be mad at what Trump is doing when he's just trying to do it the correct way. What, you want him to do executive orders for everything? Y'all hate the dude. Y'all just gonna hate on that. Personally, I don't think it's a good thing just for presidents to start using that executive order power whenever they want, because then it's like Congress and the Senate and the House don't even matter because they can just do whatever they want anyways.
Yeah,
So, like, y'all can't, it's a two-way street. Y'all can't keep being mad at Republicans and Trump for all this stuff going on because of COVID. And then in the same breath, support the Democrats when they're not even trying to help you either. They're both the issue. They're both not doing nothing for you. They're all just making richer people richer. Like this dude, what's the dude name that owned Amazon?
Jeff Bezos.
Made so much money this
He's a
year.
trillionaire now, I think.
Like so much money. Bill Gates, he about to come out with these vaccines, about to make a bunch of money. And he's a just so y'all know, Bill Gates knows about computers, doesn't know anything about vaccines. Yet y'all are so quick to let him vaccinate African babies and go to Africa and all this bullshit. But
Hmm.
yeah, it's like it's almost irritating because y'all don't realize how sleep y'all are. And y'all hide under this guise of wokeness where y'all
Exactly.
don't even know anything that's really going on. Y'all just are really so dumb and being manipulated and don't even realizing it. And it's so embarrassing. Like, it's
Oh,
embarrassing. Sometimes, you know, I'll never say I'm embarrassed to be black, but sometimes I'm embarrassed to be a part of the black American community. Cause it's like y'all are so lost, don't know anything that y'all are talking about. And y'all are literally out here not only supporting the people oppressing you, but calling the most racist people that hurt our community the worst king, and calling Kamala Harris a black queen when one, the white side, her husband side of her family got their wealth from slavery. Two, the only part of her that's black, her dad's side of the family owned slaves. And three, her mom's side, the Indian side, the Gandhi side, was racist towards black people. So it's like y'all over here are calling people king and queen that don't care about you at all. And it's irritating because I'll sit here and try and help and try and, just not even help y'all, just try and like be like, yo, just so you know, that's a demonic pedophile that you over there supporting. And y'all be over here calling me a coon. Like, what? Because I know information.
that's
It's
not even
just
that
so
hard to find.
not hard at all. Like, y'all are on y'all phones 9, 10 plus hours a day. Don't know shit. No shit. Like, you have the greatest tool at your fingertips and you don't even utilize it correctly. You utilize it to play Among Us and fucking go on Instagram and TikTok. It's
TikTok.
embarrassing.
TikTok is embarrassing.
Yeah, I'm so proud. I still have never to this day downloaded
Yeah, me
TikTok
neither.
because it's like, why would I get that shit?
It's like, bro,
Why would I get?
like you dudes are really dancing to songs, like, and we're in the greatest war of all time, and y'all just dancing to TikToks.
That goes back to that that feminine, whatever. How?
Femininity.
Yeah, that word.
I'm just playing. That's not a word.
As femininity.
Femininity. Femininity.
Well, y'all know what the fuck we talking about. But that goes back to that point because there's dudes really like doing
Yeah.
these girl dances to Meg the Stallion and shit. I don't even know if that's the dancer. That's the call. I don't know what they doing. But like
It's like this.
all I know is I'm not getting on motherfucking camera dancing and posting it being dead ass.
Being sick, bro. Like people is really like making a living, not making a living, but they like that's their life now.
I mean, honestly, if I ever got a TikTok, I'll just post skating videos on there. Like the only TikToks I see is ones that get posted on Instagram that are on my skating page.
Yeah, they're actually not the TikTok skaters. Some of them are pretty good.
Yeah, low key.
Yeah.
And they'd be like they're tutorials, so I respect it.
Oh yeah,
They're over here trying to teach people how to skate. But yeah, y'all be on some other shit. It's like, how long do it take you to learn the dance? You just
sure
wasting that much time on it?
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah, I'm gonna look stupid if I try.
I think it's like you gotta hold one arm out and then like
My sister had that book. My sister and I hope Tim don't got it, but Titus got it and Mia got it. And my other sister's baby daddy got it.
God.
And it's like,
oh, you're an uncle?
Yeah, I just became an uncle. His birthday was or her birthday was November 16th, I think. Or something like that.
That's tight.
Yeah.
Does
But
it look like you?
I don't know. I don't think so. But yeah, like he got a TikTok and he be making TikToks with it. And I like the dude, so I don't want to, talk shit about him because he cool, but he's just like sometimes I'll be like, bruh, because he be making TikToks. He made a TikTok with this Meg the Stallion song, or it might have been featuring Meg the Stallion. But the TikTok, like the part of the song he used was literally Meg the Stallion's verse. And she was talking about how she was a bad bitch and shit. And he was walking in slow motion. And he was like, I was like, what?
I be like, how are y'all taking yourself serious? Like 2012, we had that light skin era where like everybody was like this. But y'all took that to a whole nother extreme. Like y'all making videos in slow motion, looking at yourselves with filters.
Just looking dumb.
Just looking stupid.
I look at y'all like, bro, are you? And it's funny because sometimes I'll look at them and be like, they can't be serious. And they be so serious.
Dead serious.
That's like what's really, and like it's funny, but at the same time, that's like actually sad because it's like I'm over here thinking y'all are kidding and y'all are so serious.
Dead serious. You couldn't tell them that they look stupid. Not even look stupid. You can't tell them that they not finna go viral. I know a couple of viral people on TikTok too.
Yeah, I do too. Like this girl I went to middle school with, I think she got like 1 million followers or something.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, I respect, do your thing. I don't care.
But you just look like a goofball. Actually, girl,
that's what I was gonna say. Girls are different.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a thing girls do.
If you a grown man,
dude, bro, with 2 kids,
unless you're doing it with your kids, you feel me, trying to be like a good, trying to have a good father-kid time. But if you sitting there and you a grown man going like this in the camera, looking to the side,
Like, come on, bro. Do you think you're in a movie or something?
And I'm
Like, get your
licensed
life.
too. So like I should be the first to understand it, but no, y'all is just y'all doing too much.
Exactly. Like, you know, I mean, he most of the time he uses TikTok to promote his cooking, which I don't have a problem with.
Oh, he could
I
cook?
mean, yeah, he can cook too. I ain't gonna cap, but like he'll just like show the preparation and like the finished products and shit. So like, I don't got a problem with that. If you're using it to promote something that you like doing, I don't have a problem with that. But when I see dudes dancing, I'm like, where are we at in society?
Literally.
It's like I just gotta look down. I just got
So I gotta look down.
yeah. But
It's gnarly
did
though.
you did you hear that the House passed a bill to make weed federally legal and to expunge the old previous records of like felons that got weed charges and that are in jail still because of weed.
No, but I feel like that's a cool thing to do.
Yeah,
Really
and
cool.
honestly, like this, I disrespected very much with the. Actually, I'm not going to say I disrespected with them very much because I don't know too much about the bill that they're passing. So, like at the end of the day, they could be just passing something and it be subliminally or like they're just trying to pass like with the pedophilia stuff. They said they were trying in California. They were trying to do it to make it better for what you call it for the LGBTQ community,
Yeah.
but they didn't tell you that it made in a way pedophilia legal
Hmm.
in some instances. So it might be something like that. I
That
don't
just
know. I
sounds
have to
good
do.
and
Yeah,
look
it might be a
safer.
shell. Yeah, it
Yeah.
might just be a smoke screen. I
Yeah.
have to look more into it, but you know, on the surface, it looks like a good thing. And the Republicans, they voted almost unanimously no for it, and the Democrats unanimously yes. I think only 6 from each side didn't vote with the party. But I'm like, that just goes to show you how split Congress is, how split the government is,
Hmm.
because let's just assume that there's no smoke screen, it's not a shelf or anything. That would help out so many Americans,
So
and
many.
like, it's a good thing. Yet Republicans are so quick to say no to it because they know that makes Democrats look good. So they don't care about, what's good for the American people. All they care about is what's good for Republicans and what will make Republicans look the best.
Yeah, that's the problem with the parties is like
Yeah,
they're so prideful and so stuck on their ways that they're not willing to compromise at all. Like it's kind of
exactly.
like I don't want I don't want what's best for the like you said, I don't want what's best for people. I want our party to be right and I want our party to always come out on top. And
Exactly.
and just like on that issue where it's like the correct answer should be yes, because what I'm saying, marijuana obviously isn't harmful, but it's also not illegal in many places. It's like why would you still keep those people in jail that are falsely in prison because of something that's a law that has changed for good reason. They love to talk on these rides, run on the road, your dilated eyes, watch the clouds fall, white Ferrari, had a good time. I let you out at Central, but I didn't care to stay the plane, kept my mouth closed. We're both so familiar. Spending each day of the year. White Ferrari. Had a good time in this life. Mm-hmm.
One too many. They're my fault. My phone died.
Yeah, okay. No, I'm just playing.
What was you saying?
Bro,
You was talking about the you don't remember? I mean, I kind of remember. You was like,
it was about the
they
how
don't
like
care
we
about helping the American people. They just care about what's best for their party.
yeah. I don't know, man. That's why I feel like, drinking water is so important. And I feel like a lot of people overlook it because it's just like, you feel me?
That's fact.
Like
Hmm?
like it's like when you get a meal, it's like you almost can't get a cup of water. Like you can't get a large water. You feel me? You gotta get a large Coke, a large Sprite. You feel me?
That's facts, actually.
Cause I was
Like,
just looking at these Doritos and I was like, bro, like I just all we eat is bull. You feel me?
that's facts.
Like
I'd rather eat chips than meat though.
yeah, yeah. But it's just like, dang. Like what like everything that tastes good is like not good for you. And everything that don't taste good is just like probably
That's
good
the
for you.
thing though.
Unless
We
you know
didn't
how to
come
make it
into
good.
we didn't come onto the earth with the preconception of what tasted good and not. So all of that just has been shaped into what we think is good and what we don't think is good. I remember I used to think, you know, tomatoes and like cucumbers and shit were nasty for the longest. But then I realized I was like, no, that's just not nasty. It's just healthy for you. So I started forcing myself to eat it with like every time I got sandwiches and shit. And now I kind of like them.
You know, this one dude was saying that your taste buds are constantly replacing themselves. So that's the reason why, like, as a kid, you may not like a certain thing, but when you grow up, you do start liking it
Yeah.
because your taste buds are like they're just always changing. You feel me? Similar to how, growing up, we change, um, what we want to be, and that's why, being a trans or whatever as like such a child is such a bad, it's such like a weird thing because it's like as a kid we wanted to be superheroes, but like that obviously changed once we hit a certain age. So you feel me? Like when parents go and get their kids surgically transitioned at 8, or they start treating their kids like the other gender at 8, it's like, why didn't you treat me like a superhero, or why didn't you go and let me wear this cape to school? You feel me? Why are we picking and choosing when a kid's judgment is okay?
You heard that they said that kids will be able to say whether or not they can get vaccines without parent consent.
For real?
Well, they talking about it. They said that they should be able to. I'm like,
Why?
if it was up to me, I would eat candy. Or if it was up to kid me, I would eat candy every day for all of my meals. Like, the fuck are y'all talking about?
Bro, but I feel like a lot of kids not gonna get that vaccine
No
because
COVID?
like kids don't like shots and needles.
No. Their parents don't give a fuck if they bought ass parents. Their kids.
No, I'm saying that's what I'm saying. If they do give them the consent, that would be pretty good.
Oh,
Cause I know as a kid, bro, I would not get a shot for nothing. Like I used to hate shots, not because like I was woke or anything, as an
I
eight
just
year old,
hated
but
shots.
I just didn't like the needles.
Like, they would have to hold me down, like 3 people.
Yeah, it took 5 doctors and my dad to hold me down when they took blood from me for my
Oh, I
allergies.
hate getting
That was,
blood taken from you. Like,
bro, that is
'cause, like,
terrible.
it don't even like hurt like that. It just like feels like they're literally draining you because they literally.
Yeah, sucking the blood out
Yeah,
of you. And they take a lot too, bro. They don't be taking like a little shot glass. They take a whole Lipton tea bag from
because they
Popeyes.
vampires.
Yeah, they probably drink it.
Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised at this point. Um, did you see that Snowden tweeted at Trump to pardon Julian Assange?
I don't know who both of those people are.
All right.
Who was Trump again? I mean, who was Snowden and
So Edward
Philippe
Snowden,
Barr?
you should watch the Joe Rogan podcast with him. But Edward Snowden is probably one of the most. He's a hero because he uncovered. He was working with the NSA during the Obama
Mhm.
administration and a little bit before that, and basically he found out that they were spying on the American people through like their phones and their laptop computer cameras and their TVs. And that's why people started covering their computer cameras with tape and stuff. And he basically just uh he told the American people, and now he's like, if America finds him, like he going to jail forever, if not dying. So
Oh, is
uh,
that the one that they hid while they're doing the podcast?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So he told Trump to pardon Julian Assange, and Julian Assange was or is the creator of WikiLeaks. And WikiLeaks, if you don't know, is where the Clinton emails got posted, and like basically all the where WikiLeaks is the website that uh the whistleblowers go to post all of their documents about government corruption. So uh, they're basically two two American patriotic heroes that shouldn't. They're journalists at the end of the day, or one of them. Julian Assange is a journalist. All he did was make a website, and now like he might die. They just got him. He was at the embassy, and I think I ain't gonna act like I know what country. I'm pretty sure it was Britain, but I'm not sure entirely. But he was at the embassy, and then recently they just dragged him out the embassy, and yeah, he about to go to jail. If
That's
he
crazy. He
he
finna
about
go to jail for that. That's how he's saying Mark Zuckerberg should go to jail because we
he
posted.
should. I think nah. Honestly, I don't think Jack or Mark Zuckerberg should go to jail because they do whatever they want with the shit they
But
created.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm not gonna be mad at them. Like if you mad, get your own platform, create your own, like TikTok. Nah, not like TikTok. But did you see Netflix now has a Selena uh either movie or TV series or I don't know. I just saw it and a bunch of people are mad about it.
Why? Because she didn't speak English. I mean Spanish.
But
Because she didn't speak Spanish.
I don't know. A bunch of people just said it's disrespectful.
Bro.
Which I can see that.
Yeah.
But you know
But
Netflix don't care.
at all. Bro, at all.
They just trying to get
And
money.
ain't nobody finna stop watching it neither. So
Exactly. Nobody unsubscribing.
exactly.
Y'all can't live without Netflix. Y'all Netflix got solidified forever when y'all gave it the name Netflix and chill. Now Netflix is not going anywhere ever because y'all care about sex too much.
Facts.
Yeah,
Y'all let kids dance half naked on there. I mean,
exactly.
nobody unsubscribed. Nobody canceled
Yeah.
it.
I mean, some Republicans did, but it's like, was they even watching Netflix to begin with? Come on. they probably subscribe or bought a subscription just to cancel it, just for the cloud. I cancel my Netflix subscription. Payment never even went through.
Me.
But did you see that new challenge that's been going around, the Nate Robinson challenge?
Mm-mm.
Well, I know that Jake Paul, like he milking this. Like
Yeah.
I showed you how he been really calling out Conor McGregor. You told me that the last pod, and like he really seriously is.
Like
So
Connor won't smack him to the ground. Oh my
like he won't kill him, but
god.
like not even on an accident. Like he might kill him on accident, but uh he was in the studio with the baby, and just a side note, I remember when I thought Lil Baby and the Baby was the same person, and hella people got mad at me, and I'm like, why the fuck is there two
Baby.
yeah. Why is that name? Why you want to be called Baby anyways? That's kind of weird.
Me, I'm
But
a grown man.
yeah, all right. Yeah, I just gotta had to get it out. But he was in the studio with the baby, and the baby got on the ground and did the Nate Robinson challenge and was acting like he got knocked out. I was like, that's disrespectful.
It's toxic.
Super.
Where's
Like
the
for
black
no reason.
unity? Where's the black power?
Exactly. He did it for no reason. Like, what did you gain from that?
Besides some likes. If that.
Yeah, they gonna say he racist now, the baby.
Yeah, he is racist. You just made fun of a white dude that beat up a black dude. Come on, man.
Come
It's like
on,
making fun
man.
of Rodney King.
Oh, fuck, that's not.
That wasn't a good one. That was not a good one. I'm sorry.
Shit, that's like making fun. That's funny.
Nah, that was not
Okay,
looking
I laugh at everything.
good. Yeah, we know.
Yeah, but Yeah, that's pretty much all I had. Did you have anything else?
Mm, nah. Oh, I got this. Wait.
You just got that?
Yeah.
I had bought two knives when I was in Pennsylvania because I really thought stuff was gonna go down after the election. So like I was getting prepared and and one of them I was trying to practice throwing it at a tree. That shit broke. Oh, wow. It was like the one that I liked more. And then like the other one, I was just like practicing,
Whip out.
yeah, whipping it out. And then like one of my domates, he's like, bro, your other one, bro, that cheap ass China, because they were both made in China. He was like, that cheap ass China knife, you gonna accidentally kill somebody. And I was like, dang. So I just hit it, I just put it deep in my drawer. And now I don't have no knives.
No.
I actually got scared. I was like, man, that would be so tragic if I accidentally kill somebody.
What do you mean? Like if they try to attack you?
No, like if I'm just trying to whip it out and the blade fly. So ever since then, I was just like I'm just wait to get guns.
Bro, this is not that cool to be honest, because like you gotta pull it out. Yeah, so it's like, and then to put it away, you gotta press a button and do all this extra.
Yeah, that's how mine was. It's like,
I want to be able to go like this, like, and then it's out. And
bro.
bro, if it's somebody square up like this, bro, I'll be like, really? You like, come on, bro, you serious?
That's funny. Yeah.
But that's what I was saying, like about Naruto. Like Naruto is pretty cool, bro, because they be having like these little type of knives, but it's like I feel like they really don't even be doing nothing with them. Like they just be throwing them to throw them.
And they throw it, and then somebody else just hit it. Like,
Yeah, I've
something
never seen them like grab it and just stab somebody with it. That's
or
why, bro. Who do you think will win in a fight, Goku or Naruto?
Goku probably. I haven't watched Dragon Ball Z, but I just know Goku's pretty powerful. So
Bro, I think Goku
I
will
think
win.
Goku would drag him. I've been watching with One Punch. No, not One Punch Man.
He's tight though. I like him.
Uh,
He might be able to beat up
what's the anime with Luffy and
Goku. One
Zoro?
Piece.
One Piece. Yeah, I've been watching. My brother, he's really into anime. Titus, he finished Naruto already. Well, the first 5 seasons that's on Netflix, and
They
he
got it
been
on
watching.
Hulu. The Shippuden. They got Shippuden on Hulu. I just found out.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I was just gonna get Crunchyroll.
Uh. Yeah, but I'm like I want to finish the Naruto one, but I'm like the one on Netflix, and I'm like if I'm not close to finishing it yet, because I haven't looked at how many seasons there is, I'm just gonna skip to the Shippuden because like
I might skip to the like I'm on season 4, and I just don't feel like finishing it really.
yeah, I'm on season 5, but the craziest part, like it's really good, but it's just like I want to get to the good stuff. Like
Yeah, that's my see. I wish nobody would have told me about
yeah,
Shippuden
yeah,
because now they're like, well, you don't really gotta watch that one.
I know, but it's like, bro, this is actually good. Like to be honest, and you know, I stand by Dragon Ball Z. Like I'm probably gonna get a Dragon Ball Z tattoo, but to be honest, Naruto is probably the basic Naruto on Netflix is probably better than the peak of Dragon Ball Z.
Damn.
Because
Yeah,
I
people
mean,
do
as
say
far as
that's
like
like the
storyline,
best anime.
what?
So a lot of people say that Naruto is probably the best anime.
Yeah, but like I don't know, cause like the real like people that really watch anime, like they be so deep in that world that it's I didn't know it was that much anime to offer.
This anime, it's like regular TV. There,
Exact.
some people watch anime volleyball and shit.
Yeah, they have like horror. They have horror shows like I think it's called Tokyo Ghoul.
Watch Demon Slayer. I really like that one. That's one that I finished.
I'll probably
And
watch that after Naruto.
and watch or watch this because it's only one. I think Demon Slayer only has one season out. That's why I finished it before Naruto.
Oh,
But watch Akami Ka Kill or Ja Kill. It's on Netflix. It's only one season, but it's cold, bro. It's so cold. I think I finished it in like 3 days.
what about have you seen Baki? No. I heard that one was pretty good. I haven't watched it. But I watched One Punch Man. I watched some of My Hero Academia.
Oh
That
yeah, I
was
heard
pretty
that.
good. Pretty good. I haven't watched One Piece. I don't even want to get started on that one because it's like thousands of episodes.
Yeah.
And
Same thing with Naruto.
yeah, but I don't know if I'm that dedicated to it. Like, cause I can't binge watch a show like that. It just doesn't work for me.
My thing is like I don't like watching it in English. So like when I'm watching it, I literally have to sit there and read the subtitles, and I just can't watch more than like 2 or 3 episodes in a row
I
because my
watch it in
eyes will start
English.
to hurt. You said what?
I watch it in English, bro. I ain't got time to be watching this subbed.
It's so, yeah. I mean, I probably will just start watching in English just to get through it, but it's so much better in Japanese.
But you can have it to where they show like the Japanese translation to English, and then but they speak in English, cause like some of the words will be different. But
Yeah,
like you could read
yeah,
what they're saying, but they'll say different stuff
yeah. And they voices is just bitchy in English. Like in
in English.
Japanese, they be like "Kamika," and like
I
they
feel
be
like it's
yelling
the opposite. I
every
feel like they be having high voices in Japanese.
not Naruto sound like such a bitch in English. Like, he sound like a bitch, and
Well,
it's because they had a female play it. It like
yeah,
which doesn't make sense to me.
they
Like
had that
that's
for Goku too. Well, they had for Goku in Japanese. They have a girl who does his voice.
for real.
Yeah, that's so stupid. Like, why would you have the strongest character? Like,
Oh, bro, that's kind of sexist. What you about to say,
bro, I don't even see, bro. And that's what I'm saying. Like, with the whole Christmas thing, it's like, bro, like, what are we really celebrating? You feel me?
bro? I can't go on another tangent with that.
All right, bro. With that being said, you feel me? It's been another episode of MDH TV.
You feel me? Like, subscribe.
Comment down below. Link in the description. All
Link
the
in the
YouTubers.
description. Donate MDH shit. But yeah, hope y'all liked it. Uh, sorry we missed the Friday upload. This will be going up tomorrow, Sunday. So
Bro, bro, but it wasn't our fault, bro. To be honest,
yeah, it
like,
was. There was a blackout.
no, it wasn't a blackout on my side. But what had happened? I'll tell you what happened. So when if you ever use Zoom and try to download a video, you can't get it to iMovie like unless you have a ton of storage. So I had to delete all my photos on the computer in order to get it there. You feel me? But it's there, and we here, and y'all queer.
I hope. I mean, I don't say I hope not, but be whatever y'all want.
Be great, be state, enroll in Nevada State.
Uh, Enroll in the MDHU. Um,
Coming later.
and go skate. But yeah, coming not even soon. Yeah,
Yeah. We'll keep y'all up to date.
coming in time. Coming.
Yeah, but any last words? You feel me?
Uh, Let me see. Let me go. You go first. I gotta find
All right. I got a poem, you feel me? This is really coming from the heart on the spot. You know, it's not a poem, it's just words. Just words. As I was eating these Doritos, as I was looking at this red cup, you know, I was thinking, shout out to Bruce Lee. I was thinking, what shape is liquid.
What shape is what?
It's liquid.
It doesn't have a shape.
It's whatever you put it in. That's the shape it becomes. So this is what you got to do. Black man, white man, black girl, white girl, Mexican girl, you feel me? White girl, Asians. You got to adjust to any new change that you see. You have to see, I messed it up. I try to expand on it. But yeah, you just got to adjust to any new position that you're in and not only adjust to it, but take it over.
Facts.
Don't just be the shape, take the shape.
Facts. Hey. We should put a complication of all our enders together.
Yeah.
But then I don't know how I'm gonna follow that up. I guess I'll just say be happy, spread love, good vibes, and positivity. And above all, most importantly, have fucking conversations with people.
You
Stop
have
being.
that on a piece of paper?
I performed this during class. I was talking. There was like hella cuss words. I was like, there was a part where I was like, they're all power hungry pedophiles. I was thinking about like making a video performing this and putting it on the YouTube channel.
Do it.
Hard.
Yeah, but all right, y'all. Deuces.
Bruce's.
Do this.